Hi everyone. Today we'll be doing a webinar on how to manage multiple clients and time logs for their projects in Zoho Books. So the products that we'll be focusing on mainly would be Zoho Books, which is a subproduct of Zoho. So this would be our agenda for today. So I'll be doing a quick introduction, going into who we are, what is Zoho Books features and pricing, time log management, and then there will be a demo towards the end of this. So let's go right in. So my name is Cynthia Olatunji, and my co-webinar host is Prithvi Dandu. Today we'll be looking at Zoho Books, and we're from the company Target Integration. So Zoho Books. So Prithvi and I were Prithvi is a software consultant for Target Integration, as am I. And we'll be going into this webinar as representatives of Target Integration, the company that we work for. So who are we? So Target Integration was established in 2008 with the mission that every business should be able to leverage the full power of their business insights. So we have offices in Ireland, United Kingdom, 3 in India, and recently the United States. And we also have a development center in Greece, in Thessaloniki. So Target Integration provide a perfect mix of quality and value. So we basically do implementations, we do integrations for our clients, we do migrations, and we just like to, match the best solution with the client's, business issues, essentially. So clients come with us, clients come to us looking for solutions, and even if we can't find the perfect one from them on our side, we will make sure to give an educated opinion based on what they have given us. So we're going to look at Zoho Books. So before looking at Zoho Books, we have to understand what is Zoho Books. So essentially, to put it in simple words, Zoho Books is an online accounting software, and it is cloud-based, and it's very beneficial that it's cloud-based because it allows you to work remotely. So it allows users to manage multiple timesheets of different projects and tracking of reimbursable expenses, which is what we're really focusing on today. Because in Zoho Books, there's different pricing structures, there's different plans, and one common thing that all plans have is, management of multiple timesheets and different projects. So, and a really good benefit of Zoho Books would be that it integrates with all Zoho softwares. So there's an easily integrated aspect of it. So with Zoho Books, there are really a vast amount of features. I'm going to just quickly go over some main features that I've seen, which would be invoicing, inventory, reporting, expense management, and also it being a client portal. So you can manage your clients, as I said before. So with Zoho Books, there are different plans. So we have basic, standard, professional. So basic is €9, standard is 19, and professional is 29. So there is a €20 difference between basic and professional. So with basic, we can see that it has up to 50 contacts, 2 users, 5 automated workflows. Standard has up to 500 contacts, 3 users, 10 automated workflows. Whereas the only difference between standard and professional in this aspect would be the amount of users. So professional has up to 10 users. And the features do vary from price plan to price plan. So with the basic, you'd get bank reconciliation, expense tracking, projects and timesheets, recurring transactions, sales approval, and budgeting. And standard will include all of that, plus bills, vendor credits, reporting tags, purchase approval. And then the professional would include the standard, and what is included in the professional. So the professional would include purchase orders, sales orders, inventory, and custom domains, which is great. So that would be the main difference between standard and professional, just the extra features that come with it, and obviously the €10 price point difference. So time log management. So I believe that managing time is very important. So to understand this, we'd have to understand what is a time log. So a time log is a useful tool that assists you in managing your time. So this can be personal or in the working environment, but today we're talking about the working environment. So it helps monitor and track, employees' time. It helps you understand what they're spending their time on. So time tracking. So you'll be able to track activity, monitor activity, and understand how long it takes to do certain tasks. So the benefits of time logs would be, identifying a pattern. You can identify a pattern through knowing that it takes 4 hours to do a task because people have logged their time. So if everyone logs their time for 4 hours for one task, you now know as a business owner or as a manager that it takes 4 hours to do that specific task. Even though it may take 3 hours for some people, 5 hours for other people, the average time would be 4 hours once you have analyzed the data that you have got through other people logging their time. And then you then identify a pattern and can allocate different time to different things because we do all know that time is very valuable for everyone. So essentially, it lets you identify non-essential activities, so non-important activities. So you can set an importance tracker. So whichever one is more important, you can put urgent. You can put normal, or you can put not so urgent. Basically, in simple words, and it lets you stay aligned with your goals. So with your time logs, you can also define and clarify your goals. So if you want to specifically spend a certain amount of time on this and not on that, you'd be able to allocate time wisely through logging time and, like I said before, going back on old patterns to kind of understand how long it takes to do certain tasks. And with time logs, I feel like it's really important to log your time for everyone within the company, just so that, it can be helpful to not only the business owners, but to the employees. And how to effectively log time. How would you effectively log time? In my experience and in my opinion, I think it's best if you jot the things down that you're doing throughout the day. So if you have a call with the clients or if you have a meeting, you just jot it down. And then at the end of the day, I wouldn't recommend the start of the day because you might forget what you did the day before. At the end of the day, you go back and you log your time based on what you jot down during the day. So ensure that after you do an activity, after you have a meeting, after you send an email, you just jot it down and then go back at the end and log your time. So I'd say that would be the most effective way to log time because you don't want to keep doing it after every activity because it does take time on its own. So you'd want to finish your day and allocate some time at the end of the day just to log your time. So we know that time is a limited resource. So time logs are then used for internal analyzing and optimization of work because a lot of companies do base their work on time and material. So if you don't log your time, you're sometimes costing your company, some expenses, and you don't want to do that. So make sure that you log your time. So now it's time for our demo, and Prithvi would be doing our demo. I'll let her introduce herself, but these would be the points that Prithvi would be covering during her demo. So how to use Zoho Books for managing projects for multiple clients, how to log time spent by task and slash employee using timesheets, and how to raise an invoice for the log time. And she'll be doing this on Zoho Books, as I said before. So thank you. That is my portion done. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them at the end, but I'm going to pass it over to Prithvi. So Prithvi is going to take over now. And she's going to just show you a demo of Zoho Books and go over the points that I mentioned before.
Thank you, Cynthia. That was a very quick overview of Project Timelog. Among several functionalities of Zoho Books includes the one that helps to manage projects and the time logs. This is possible with the help of time tracking module in Zoho Books. So let's jump right into the demo. Firstly, I'm going to walk you through how to use Zoho Books for managing projects for multiple clients. So in Zoho Books, you can create projects for each of your customers existing in your organization using the time tracking module that helps to manage projects and time logs. To use this module, you need to first enable this in your organization. To enable this module, go to Settings, Preferences, General. You can see the list of modules that can be enabled or disabled manually based on your needs. Check the box to enable timesheet and hit Save. Now you can see the list of modules that can be enabled, and you can see the module here, time tracking. Now to create a project, click on the time tracking module, projects, click on new project, enter the project name, select the customer and the billing method. You can select billing method as fixed cost for project, or based on project hours, or based on task hours, or based on staff hours. For example, I'm choosing based on task hours. So enable add budget for this project if you have any budget constraints. Now choose budget type. This can be total budget cost, total project hours, hours per task, or hours per staff. Now add users who will be working on this project. Next, create tasks. Tasks are different steps involved in the project. Task description and rate per hour. I have selected this budget type hours per task. So you can see the budget hours here. Check the box billable if you wish to charge the customer for this task. Also, you can import tasks from the existing projects. For example, if you have a certain set of tasks that you have already created for another project, you can simply import from that project rather than creating the tasks again here. If you wish to add to your dashboard, check the box and save. The project's overview gives you information on what's happening in the project at a glance. Now let's see how to log time spent by task or employee using timesheets. Click on Time Tracking, Timesheet, Log Time, enter date, project name, choose task for which you are logging time. And if no task was created, you can create them from here as well. Enter the time spent, either enter pre-recorded time or enter the start and end time. Then select the user to whom the task was assigned and save. You can also log time with the help of a timer. Click on Start Timer, Associate Project, Task, and Start Timer. This will be running in the background and you can stop it once you are done. You can also log time this way from inside a particular project. Click on the project name, go to timesheet, and you can log time from here. Going back to the timesheet, you can either choose log time to log time right away or weekly log if you wish to log time once in a week. So you can just select the week and log time for each of the day and select the project and task for each of the day and log the number of hours. You can also log time on monthly basis using the calendar view in timesheet. Click on calendar. Monthly calendar will be populated, and if you hover over the date, you'll see new entry. Click on that and log time spent on that day. Apart from manually logging time for each day, you can also import time entries using import timesheet option. You can add time entries in Excel or CSV file and then import. You can refer to the sample file for the format of import. Now let us see how to raise invoice for the time logged. Go to time tracking, projects. Click on the project for which you wish to bill your customer. Click on new transaction. Here, as you can see, you can create estimates for this project, create invoices for the time logged, record the expenses that you incur, and also you can create recurring expenses. If you collect advance payments for your project, you can create retainer invoice. The billable time entries that you record each month will be included in the invoice automatically. Now to create an invoice, click on create invoice. Choose the date till which you would like to bill your customers. You can select a date range as well. Select the method to sort data in your invoices. Choose group by tasks. Select what needs to be displayed on item name. I'm selecting project name and task name. You can also choose what needs to be displayed under the item description field, and then you choose the tags. If you wish to bill your customer for the expenses incurred while working on this project, check the box all billed unbilled expenses associated with the project. Similarly, if you have bills associated with the project which you wish to get reimbursed from your client, check this box to add it in your invoice. Once added, all the details will be automatically filled in the invoice creation page. You see the expenses, time entries, bills, etc. Now save and send this invoice. Once this invoice has been sent, in projects timesheet, you can see the status of this invoice as invoiced. You can also see the profitability report using reports. Go to reports, profit and loss report, customize report, and select the date range and choose the product, the project name, and run report. You can also get profitability report for multiple projects in bulk, where you can add multiple projects here. Once done, run report. I hope this webinar was helpful for you to understand how you can manage projects and time logs for different customers using the time tracking module in Zoho Books. We welcome any questions that you may have through Q&A chat.
Right, so I'm just going to have a look at the questions. And we got one question there. So, can the time be logged by my employees?
For employees to log time, there is Zoho People. So you can integrate Zoho People with books as well. And then once you log time in Zoho People, you can actually get those employees into Zoho Books and then create an invoice.
Perfect. We have another question there, Prithvi. So, what is the difference between Zoho Projects and Zoho Books project module?
Okay, so Zoho Projects is specifically designed for project management. In Zoho Projects, you can specify projects in multiple hierarchies from milestones to tasks and subtasks, and can also keep a track of the progress of a task. However, in Zoho Books, it is an accounting software that has many functionalities, including the one that helps to manage projects. And most importantly, you can create invoices once the task is completed.
Perfect. Is there any more questions? As you can see, our contact us page is there. So if you don't have a question now, you can always contact us. And we'll be able to help you there on forth. So we have another question. So how can we create one invoice for multiple projects of a client?
Okay, so Zoho Books allows you to create one single invoice for multiple projects associated with a customer. You can do so in the invoices module. While creating an invoice and selecting the customer, you can see the number of unbilled projects that needs to be included under the invoice items. You can select the projects that you wish to include in the invoice and send.
Perfect. And also another question, is there an integration between projects and books?
Yes, you can integrate Zoho projects and books, using which you cannot only be able to raise invoices in books for projects created in Zoho projects, but you can also pull in all the projects, tasks, and timesheets, and also view profitability for each of multiple projects.
So we have another question there, which is if you provide, do we provide Zoho people and biometric integration?
Um, yeah, we can provide integration. There is an integration that can be done.
Mm. See, Zoho Books is easily integrated with all of the Zoho apps and as
Yes.
is Zoho people. So we can also integrate it with biometric. I'm pretty sure we have a
Yeah.
case study based on biometric, so you can check that out on our website, which is www.targetintegration.com. And if you don't have any more questions, like I said before, our contact us is there. Our email is there, so it's info@targetintegration.com. Our website is www.targetintegration.com. We have our Dublin office number, our Birmingham number, our USA number, and our Indian number, where you can reach us at all for lines. So if you have any more questions, you can also, of course, email info@targetintegration.com, and we'll be sure to help you from there. So if we don't have any more questions, that will be the end of the webinar. So we'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the webinar. We will be having another one in 2 weeks' time, exactly from this date. You can register on our Eventbrite. Follow us on LinkedIn, which is at Target Integration, on Twitter, Target Integration, and we hope that you join us again for another webinar. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you for coming once again. Goodbye.